new challenge for them. There's the refereeing team. Nikola Maestra, Oskar Lucic and Uros Nikolic from France, Latvia and Serbia respectively. As I say, Bayreuth playing in this competition for the very first time. Like Athens were participants last year, as we have a look at their starting five. Green, Harris, Delroy James and Cavadas, as well as Zakis. That is how they will line up at the beginning. Plenty of options and lots of experience, lots of international experience, particularly Greek internationals in their roster. Coach Manolopoulos going to get the better of this German side this evening. Here's the starting five for medi Bayreuth. Robinson, York, Damon Brooks, Nate Linhart, Andreas Seifert. A lot of their big hitters will be on from the beginning, as you'd expect. We will have a minute's silence as well before the start of this game. So Raul Corner there, the head coach of Bayreuth. German side looking to recapture that early season form and avoid a fourth straight defeat. And as I was saying, we will have a moment's silence before the start of this game for the FIBA referee Gianluca Mattioli, the Italian, who passed away a couple of weeks ago, just a few days short of his 50th birthday. A tragic loss and a really well-respected referee. He's a big part of this competition as well as other major FIBA events. A minute's silence being held across all the games in this week's Basketball Champions League in honour of the Italian official. As a gesture to his family and loved ones. And we'll have that just before the start of this game. Well, AEK Athens with an impressive win. 91-73 in their last game at home against Olympia.
Before we start this game, we would like to offer a minute of silence.
And we are nearly ready to get underway here. We will have that minute's silence for Gianluca Mattioli, who passed away on the 16th of November. He's being honoured for the start of every Basketball Champions League game this week. Really sad loss to the sport, not only to this competition but all the major European competitions. And all our thoughts are with his family and loved ones.
As a sign of sorrow and solidarity to his family, we kindly ask you to stand and respect this minute of silence.
Gianluca Mattioli, the FIBA referee, who died on the 16th of November. Well, welcome to the Oberfrankenhalle then. Game day 7 of the Basketball Champions League. medi Bayreuth and AEK Athens getting us underway. And straight away, the visiting side who are looking to make a bright start here. Bayreuth looking to end that run of 3 straight defeats in this competition. Consolidate themselves inside the top 4 at the halfway stage. This is Gabe York. And, whistle had already gone. First foul of the game from Green. Here is York again, puts up a 3 and gets it. Well, he's starting early tonight, Gabe York. Such an important player for this German outfit. Bayreuth up by 3. The foul is called, it's Linhardt. And there's the response from AEK Athens. Harris makes the 2, draws the foul as well. 3-point play possibility early on here for the American. Medi Bayreuth have been pegged back then. 3 points apiece early on in this first quarter. A minute played. Robinson. That's with Linhardt. Linhardt gets the pass out to York, who throws it inside, and it's thrown down by Seifert. Andreas Seifert off the mark for the evening. The first dunk of the night as well. Gabe York turning provider on that occasion. Here's the response, and it's a good one from Cavadas. Athens matching Bayreuth blow for blow at the moment. Here's Linhardt. Linhardt might go it alone, it's swatted away. Cavadas making sure there was no way through here for Linhardt. Linhardt again. Draws the foul this time. Second foul of the night for the Greek side. AEK Athens with the second foul. There's the assist from York and finish from Seifert. Rebound is claimed by James. Delroy James wearing number 1. Stolen by the home side and move it quickly. I don't think that pass was intended for York, but he made the most of it. Gabe York. What a start from him. 6 points and 2 assists. 6 points and 1 assist, I beg your pardon. He's been involved in all 8 points that Medi Bayreuth have secured so far in this game. Comes out to Delroy James. This is Cavadas. Puts up the 2, and the rebound is well claimed by Brooks. Here's Robinson. And Brooks again. Leaves it for York, goes for another 3, drew the foul! 4-point play possibility from Gabe York, who is off to a flyer. He's averaging over 16 points per game in this competition, and what a start he's had. Drew the foul, made the 3. 9 points on the board already for Gabe York. 3 from 3 from long range as well. Super start from him. He makes the free throw as well. There's nothing he can't do. 10 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Less than 3 minutes. Harris. It's it back again. It's a foul drawn by York. And it's causing AEK Athens all kinds of problems early on here. York puts up a 2 and gets it. It's just not missing. It's 4 from 4 from the field for York. Just keeps on tallying up those points in the early stages here. 12 on the board. Here's Green. And pass inside to Harris, and he gets the 2. Finally some more points on the board for the Greek side. This is Robinson now for Bayreuth. And York again gets it! Unstoppable Gabe York. 4 3-pointers in the opening 4 minutes. And 15 points on the board already. Response at the other end, no good. Seifert there to claim the rebound. Gabe York, a huge 3, not this time. Well, when you're that confident and you're playing that well, then why not go for it? Would have brought the house down. It's a 10-point lead for the Germans. They have stolen it back again, and York finds Robinson. Oh, the idea was good. The execution not quite right for Linhard, who couldn't reach it. So AEK Athens looking to respond here. Some points on the board. Harris, 3-point attempt is no good. It's an easy rebound this time for Brooks. Now it's Robinson. Robinson looking for the pass to Seifert, who's done well to salvage that. Linhart, Robinson draws the foul. 3-point play possibility was just inside the arc. It's all going to plan at the moment for the Germans. He's inside. He was fouled. He can make this a 3-pointer if he makes the free throw. Robinson adds another one to his tally. His first 3 points of the night. And the first time out of the evening as well. It's a 13-point lead for medi Bayreuth. The Germans in front by 20 points to 7.
We're scoring on one end, that's fine, but let's get stops on the other end. All right, when 50 defense. Let's go, fellas. Defense, 1, 2, 3, defense.
Well, it's all about Gabe York at the moment. It's a man, and he can't be stopped. He's missed 1 three-point attempt, which was from a long, long way away, but he made the previous 4. He's got a rebound and an assist to his name as well. He is the man to stop at the moment as far as AEK are concerned. Top quality shooting from Gabe York, and he was really enjoying himself out there. Just give him the ball, let him do whatever it is he needs to do. Three-point attempt at the other end, no good from James. Seifert looking for a way through, but travelling called. Again, Seifert. 28-year-old German international. Goes up in time. It's a nice 2 to add to the tally for AEK Athens. Still down by 11 though. This is Robinson to York, back to Robinson. Brooks, step back for the shot for 2 is good. Damon Brooks. It's his tally up and running. Great first quarter this from the hosts so far. Medi Bayreuth 22-9 ahead in this first quarter, and a loose pass. Nothing's falling for AEK Athens at the moment. Little step back jumper there from Brooks, nicely executed. The stray pass from Cavadas. Harris. He steps back and puts up a 2 and gets it. It's a couple back-to-back for Harris. He's got 9 points. 9 of the 11 have come from his hand so far. Robinson. The offensive foul is called. Linhart it is. He's been penalised. Is loose again, and here come Bayreuth. It's given away by Brooks. Oh, it should have been put away easily, really, by Mavroidis. Missed an opportunity there to make it a single-digit deficit. Here's Doret, the captain. Recently introduced. Seifert unable to hold on to it. Sakota, and this time it's missed again by Mavroidis. He felt he was fouled there. Here's Doret. And Brooks for 3, missed it. A little over a minute to go in the first quarter here. 3-point attempts, no good. Easy rebound claim there by Doret. There's Amaze. Seifert. Not long on the shot clock here. Doret puts up the shot and misses. Didn't have a lot of time, wasn't the ideal place to get the shot away from. Tight to the baseline, and foul's been called here. Just a little bit of a lean spell here for the hosts. Dear, oh dear. Miscommunication there. Xanthopoulos not happy. Squandered possession there by the visiting team. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Three-point attempt is no good. It's come out to Cox, and he goes for three, and he nails it. First involvement, really. And Cox made no mistake. Takes Bayreuth on to 25. His first three of the night. Robin Amaze with the foul. Couple of seconds remaining here. Just try and get the shot away as soon as they can. And they did, but it wasn't good from Mavroidis, who's had a tricky introduction to this game, as have AEK Athens in general. They trail by 14 at the end of the first, 25 points to 11. Well, 14 points to the gap at the moment. A lot of that is thanks to Gabe York, who's been in outstanding form so far. 15 points, 4 from 6 three-point attempts successful for him. He nailed his first 4 three-pointers. A couple of rebounds and an assist to his name as well. He's been the big contributor so far. Cox and Robinson adding points. So to Seifert and Brooks. Between those 4 players, they've managed 10 points. The other 15 have come from the hands of Gabe York, who's really impressed early on. It's been Harris for the visiting side, who's made a big impression. 4 from 5 from the field, 9 points on the board. No one else really making much of a dent in proceedings for AEK Athens. They haven't got 11 points, of course. Trending by 14 at this early stage. They need a big second quarter, really. Absolutely vital they don't fall any further behind. Obviously, ideally, they want to close that gap a bit. Just yet another 3 from medi Bayreuth. 5 from 9 from downtown for the German side, 55.5%. None from 4 for the Greeks. And that tells its own story. Here's Cox. Foul's been called. Barlow has been penalised. There's the 2 from Cox. 5 points now for him. Brooks, Cox and York now very much the key men in this one. Should be a nice, easy layup. The 2 is good. Much needed as well for Bayreuth, who wasn't having the best of nights up until that stage. Direct now. Here's Cox. Trying to get the pass away. Stolen by Xanthopoulos. Now the chance for 3, which is no good. Eventually it's gathered by Cox. Direct. Bakalski. And Cox gets it up and in off the glass. Nice finish from Cox. 7 points for him now. Three from the field. Xanthopoulos. Cox with the rebound. Almost barged out of bounds by his own teammate there. Robin Amaze. Pass in from Direct didn't quite work out. Seifert unable to hold it, and here come AEK Athens on the charge. There's the foul, and it'll be a trip to the line. Bakalski penalised. Called on Javon McRae for the first time. 25-year-old American who returned to the club this year after leaving back in 2015. A 15-point lead. Bayreuth missing his second free throw. Drawing the foul, I should say, from McRae. Bayreuth, lovely little pass and an easy finish for 2 from Sakota. His first points of the night. Amaze steps inside and finishes well. Robin Amaze. Harris. Sakota for 3. He's missed it. He's gathered by Amaze here. Looking for a way through, gets the pass out of Cox for 3, no good. Sakota claims an easy rebound, and this is Xanthopoulos. Just feel that AEK Athens are coming back into this a little bit now. And he points on the board though, down by 15. Sakota puts up a nice 2. He's finding his rhythm. It's Direct for Bayreuth. And this is Cox. Bakalski. And Direct back out again. 3-point attempt is good! Robin Amaze drains it from distance. Lead here as the shot goes up and the rebound is claimed by Direct. Here's Direct. It's 34-18 as it stands. Waiting for that scoreboard on your screen to update. There we go. And almost increased their lead to 18 points there. Bayreuth. A nice over-the-head pass, and easy two this time for Mavroidis. Durrett, Cox draws the foul from Xanthopoulos. Now this for a little finish there from Mavroidis, and Cox there, who's been impressive. 7 points on the board for him. Just seeing a few better things now from AEK Athens. Greek side still down by 14 though. So the floated shot goes up as a foul. Does miss from Bakalski, but he will go to the line for two. It's the first one. And the second as well. Rakalski 2 from 2 from the line. 16-point lead restored for the Germans, 36-20. Mavroidis. Swat away the arm of McRae. Javon McRae penalised in the end. Another foul called. Oh, that's McRae with his third foul, I think. So Robin Amaze, I beg your pardon, who took that one. So McRae's got 2 fouls. Amaze is making way. Dave York is back on court, so too Linhart and Robinson. Barlow take the 2 free throws rather. And 2 from 2. Barlow's first points of the night. 1 from 2, I should say. 15-point lead for Bayreuth, and there's another foul. Dave York draws it, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. It was 2 from 2 from Barlow, by the way. 36-22, 14-point lead. Put a foot wrong as Gabe York. 16 points. Averages 16.3 in this competition. First mistake he's really made tonight. 24-year-old American. Still got good numbers though. 16 points on the board. Sakota for 3. He's got it! Big 3-pointer for AEK Athens. They need a few more of those. Couldn't make a single 3-point attempt in the first quarter. Maybe that's just the boost they need. First from 9 attempts, as eventually it's tipped back in. Must have taken age to get that one to go. McRae, his first points of the night. Shot goes up, no good. Now it's Barlow for three, and that's no good either. And here come Bayreuth, and this is Gabe York. Oh, smashed away. The decision is going in favour of the Germans here. Time that's been called. Goal interference there, meaning that York will get credited with those two. He has 18 points to his name. And more importantly for him, his team are up by 14. It's 39-25.
Let's go into switching. On Bayreuth's back. If you stay here with number 32, you will shoot from here. Okay? You have to be ready to play with one hand up. That was a quick shot. Stay. I want you to score. I want you to better situation. Here we go. Let's won't limit them to one chance. Next offense, free side. See what we get out of this. All right, let's go.
Well, this was the decision in the end. Goal interference, the call from Barlow as he prevented York from putting that layup away. It's Javon McRae getting his first 2 points of the night. So 41-25, 16-point lead. Well, that is a great play. And Elonu, the Nigerian, drawing the foul as he made the two. He's going to get an extra free throw here. Makes it. First real contribution from Chinamelo Elonu, the 30-year-old from Nigeria, so Nigerian-American actually. Here's Gabe York. And York draws another foul. Impressive night for him so far. 18 points on the board. Everything that has worked so far for Bayreuth seems to go through him. Work from the foul line again from York. He moves into the 20s already. And they're not even at half time yet. 15-point lead. Spin and shots, a great finish. Really nicely put away by Sakota. He's quietly having a decent game as well. York to pass it this time. Here's Robinson. It's Cox. Couldn't find a way through. Robinson. It's a 3-second violation from Brooks. We've had the turnover here. Foul has been called. Didn't actually see what it was. There's Alonu who's been penalised. Either way, 13-point game. Robinson. Dave York puts up a 2. Brooks gathers, and Brooks couldn't get it to go either. AEK Athens come away with it here with Harris. Xanthopoulos. Another foul is called. Just out of bounds, actually, from Erin Attic. 13 points. Now the gap with Dave York in possession. And the bounce pass. To nothing in the end for Bayreuth. Can AEK Athens finish this half on a high? Well, that'll help. Harris drains the 3. Makes it a 10-point game, and suddenly AEK Athens looking a little bit more comfortable as a timeout is called here. It's still over a minute to play in the second quarter. It is 43 to 33.
Not so much from the shooters on the weak side. Stay with the cutters, stay with the shooters. You fake, you fake, you fake. But the help comes from strong side stunts. Without losing your man, but on that dribble, go. Play him one-on-one, play him big, force him or chase him, shade him to his weaker hand. On offense, let's get the ball moving side to side. I want on the next offense, we go shirt, set the screen to the left hand. All right, they go weak anyways. Shut them off. Let's play two sides. After we can play one down also with you and you down here.
They are responding reasonably well now, AEK Athens. They've made up a little bit of the deficit in this second quarter at the moment. They were 14 down at the end of the first. They're currently 10 behind. Scored 22 points in the second quarter as well. AEK Athens, they only managed 11 in the first, so big improvements from the visiting team. A minute and a half left. Long 3 attempted from York, no good. Just feeling confident. He has missed a couple now. And Brooks will go to the line for 2 free throws, makes the first one. Only make 1 of 2, so it's an 11-point lead. Harris. And again. Bounce pass inside, out it comes to Sakota for 3. He's missed it. He'll get it back again. Second chance. No good. Rebound claimed. Third time lucky maybe. Decides not to go for it this time. Gotta get the shot away soon. And it was just in time. And finally they get it to go. How many chances did they need? Sakota frustrated, I think, that he missed a couple of three-point attempts. They got two on the board eventually. So many missed opportunities here. Nobody seemed to be able to get it to go, and eventually it was Sakota who did. And if that's relief, frustration. Either way, it's a 9-point game. Final few seconds of the half here. Robinson to Wakalski. Wakalski comes inside, looking for a way through, and couldn't quite finish. Second attempt, couldn't finish that either. And Sakota claiming the rebound. Certainly a good game, Sakota. 6 rebounds, 11 points. Last chance of the half will fall to AEK Athens. 3-point attempt is no good, and there's no follow-up because the buzzer is gone. So it is still a 9-point game. AEK Athens will be relatively happy that they've managed to cut that deficit a bit. They would have liked to have done it by a few more points, be a little bit closer at this halfway stage, but they're very much in this contest still. If it had a second quarter similar to their first, then the home side will be out of sight, but they're certainly not at this stage. Bayreuth leading AEK Athens by 44 points to 35. Well, Gabe York's been the big difference. 20 points for him. Harris with 12 for AEK Athens. 7 rebounds for Sakota as well, who's been impressive. He's got 11 points, so he's very much on course for a double-double, you would imagine. Sakota. Robin Amaze and Roedis with 5 points apiece for the hosts and the visitors respectively. The players have gone off for half-time then. We can show you a little bit of the action from the first half. Well, what a start it was for Gabe York. Hit 4 3-point attempts in a row without missing. He's missed a few since then. He's actually got to 4 from 7 now, so he's missed his last 3. He's still got 20 points on the board. And not been afraid to take on some pretty outrageous attempts from long distance. He's been the one really standout player, although Sakota, the AEK Athens captain, has started to come into the game. As I mentioned, a couple of assists, 7 rebounds, 11 points. And Harris as well, 12 points for the visiting team. Those two between them are certainly keeping AEK Athens in this contest. In terms of point scoring, it really is Gabe York that's being relied on very heavily by Bayreuth. 7 points for Cox, 3 for Robinson, and 5 for Robin Amaze, but there's not been a lot of scoring going on outside of Gabe York, who's been on the court for just over 13 minutes in that first half. And it's certainly all to play for. Shooting has been better overall from the hosts, although there's not a lot in it, truth be told. But the 3-point shooting has certainly been better from the home side. They've made 6 out of 12, 50%. Visiting side just 2 from 14, a 14.29% from downtown. So it's a little bit of a difference there, but certainly signs that the Greeks are coming back into this. Second half on the way in a few minutes. Medi Bayreuth leading AEK Athens by 44 points to 35. Well, welcome back to the Oberfrankenhalle. Medi Bayreuth in front here at home against AEK Athens. It's a 9-point lead for the Germans as it stands, 44-35. And they have Gabe York to thank for a lot of that, really. 20 points scored so far. And the visiting team just starting to get into it towards the back end of that second quarter. They really started to improve their game, and the likes of Sakota and Harris are starting to make big contributions. They certainly have enough about them to make this a successful night in Germany. A lot of experience, a lot of internationals. Be hoping they can just raise their game a little bit. Sotiris Manolopoulos, 47-year-old head coach. He was actually born in Athens. Play for the club, but he's been around it for a while. First as assistant, took over as head coach earlier this year. And coach of Panathinaikos as well, earlier in his coaching career. And you feel that the side just need a little bit more in this second half. But if they start brightly, then they could be back in this very quickly indeed. Raul Corner is opposite number. Been in charge of Medi Bayreuth since last year, 2016 he took over. And they look quite relaxed at the moment. German side. Big game for both of these teams. Remember, they both come into this with a 3-3 record in this group, round about the middle. Just a reminder, there was a bit of a dramatic end to the game between Estudiantes, Movistar Estudiantes and Umana Reia Venezia. Venezia beaten for just the second time in this group. And that means that they now have a 5-2 record, as do Strasbourg. And one of these two teams will be right behind them as we get underway in the second half. The third quarter starts with AEK Athens in possession, and AEK Athens getting off to a terrific start. Elonu drawing the foul. Three-point play possibility here for the Nigerian. It's exactly what he's got. It's a great way for AEK Athens to start. Just 6 points behind now. This is York, and now Robinson. York, Brooks. Got to get the shot away. Robinson did get it away in time, but he couldn't get it to go. So Athens need to get their shot away in time. They do. Missed completely though. They're a little disappointed with that one in the end, Larenzakis. So just a reminder of what that win for Movistar Estudiantes has done to this group. It means joint top with 5-2 records. Manarea Venezia and SIG Strasbourg. Italian and French sides topping the group. Then Banvit and Estudiantes with 4 wins apiece. And one of these 2 teams will join them on 4 wins. And then there'll be 3 wins for whoever loses this. And then down at the bottom, Petrol Olympia with 2 wins. And Rosa Radom rooted to the bottom with just the 1. And they look to be in real trouble in this group. Top 4 finish, although not impossible, is looking unlikely for them. Shot goes up and it's 2 more. AEK Athens have made a solid start here. It's Harris who gets the 2. It's a 4-point game all of a sudden. Robinson has it for Bayreuth. I'm almost up again, but the shot is good from Brooks. Finally get their first points of the 3rd quarter. 6-point lead re-established here by the Germans. The first points of the 2nd half. Brooks now on to 5. This is Harris. Really found a way through. It's stolen back by Robinson. Here's Cox. A lot of experience. Floated up there towards Brooks by Seifert. Brooks draws the foul. Two from 2 for Damon Brooks. Three-point attempt, no good. It's an 8-point lead. Harris couldn't find a way through it, came back to him. Got a little lucky there, but he'll take it. Two more for Harris. Here's York. Steps back for the 3, no good. And he made his first 4, he's now missed his last 4. And then he commits the foul. Just took a little swipe there at Lazarantzakis. Just not really settling into a rhythm yet in this second half. Bayreuth. There's another 2 to add to the tally for the Greeks. Very much in touch here. Another 2 to add to the tally for Harris as well. He's moved on to 18. Cox. York. He draws the foul. Oh, the unsportsmanlike foul's been called, I think, here. Gabe York. Just lost their composure and their discipline a little bit here, the Germans. It's his second foul. He's still discussing it with the referee. It's not going to make any difference. Point added to the tally by Xanthopoulos. So that was it. Putting his arm up and brushing it across the face of his opponent. I think the officials made a good call there. It's unnecessary from Gabe York. And that is really nicely put away. And all of a sudden, seemingly from nowhere, AEK Athens are level. And medi Bayreuth really need to step it up a gear now. Only added 4 points to their total since the start of this second half. Nearly halfway through the third quarter now. Great play this was, by the way, from James. Super finish. Now Gabe York gets it. Well, he needed that, the team needed that. And that's more like it from the man who just could not miss in that first half. 22 points on the board. Seemed to have lost his way a little bit in the last few minutes, but responding here as AEK Athens failed to make it count, failed to get the scores level again. How about this from Gabe York? Great play. Cox. Seifert. Hook shot attempt, which is no good, and the rebound is claimed by James. James again, looking for a way through. Great layup. 2 more for James. Tied game again, 50 points each. York looking for a way through. Some more frustration here for medi Bayreuth as the timeout is called. And it's certainly been AEK Athens' quarter so far. They've added 15 points and they've tied the game from 9 points down at half-time. 50 points apiece.
We gotta help each other again. All right? The man is voicing him to his right hand. You've got to come in. All right? You've got to come in. You've got to get your hands up, make him finish with his right, but you've got to stunt in. All right? The same thing on the other end. We're over dribbling. All right? Keep the ball moving. Get it side to side. Get the ball moving. Look inside on the pick and roll. When you attack, and if they don't stop you until here, you have a layup. If they do, the roll-up guy is open. So attack. So defensively, we're going in double running.
So AEK Athens looking for the advantage. Still tied up at 50 points each. A little under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nicely poised, this one. Robinson. And Cox misses. Played by James. Xanthopoulos. A little more energy about AEK Athens now. And there's the foul. Great play from Green. 3-point play possibility. Chance to take a 3-point lead. Lovely little pass in there, and Brooks just couldn't sort his feet out in time. Brooks keeps it alive. Linhart and Brooks, and finally it goes. A little untidy in the end, but they got there. Two desperately important points, really, for medi Bayreuth, because they were starting to really struggle in this third quarter. They are trailing by 1. Robinson. Robinson again. Puts up a 2, gets it. And Robinson gives the Germans the lead. There's another timeout is called. Tight game now, this one. medi Bayreuth leading 54-53.
Guys, everybody has to be together. Everybody has to be on the same page. We switch everything. We pick it up. Got to play switch. Hey. Easy, guys. Easy. Easy. What's the press? What's the press? Otherwise, cover the high post. As soon as the ball gets past, Ben tries to attack. You gotta get the line of the ball, and the defender here on the wing, you gotta cover it. All right. So we cover the high post with the guard from top. Active hands, dig in, stay with Harris, collapse on Harris. Box out, go. Two side again. Two side.
Well, this was a rather untidy 2 from Brooks, but it was much needed. So AEK have possession. Interesting to see just which of these two teams goes into the final quarter with the advantage. So how much that advantage might be. Green. James for 3. So a lot more confidence now about the Greek side, but unable to make it count on that occasion. Linhart throws one up. It was intended for McRae. Didn't quite work out. Green. Give her a way through. Kicks it out wide. James. Harris poised. James goes it alone. One back by Robinson. Into Doret, the captain, who drains a big 3 for the Germans. Doret delivering. 4-point lead. Foul called. McRae's third foul of the game. Bayreuth facing free throws here for Green. Such a fascinating group, this one. Some big teams, some big results as well over the last couple of days. Venezia beaten for only the second time. Two defeats for them this season, 2 defeats for Strasbourg. They lead the way in Group C. Both of these teams will be desperate to be up there in the top 4. And the foul's been called here. It means that Javon McRae will go to the line for a couple of free throws. It's Green who's been penalised. He looks bemused. It's Linhart, beg your pardon, who will take these free throws. So Robin Amaze comes on. Linhart misses his first free throw. Still not got any points on the board, Linhart. Missed that technical foul throw, or the free throw rather, as a result of that technical foul from Green. Here's Brooks turning into trouble. Somehow managed to get the pass to McRae, but it's wrestled off him by Barlow. And Bayreuth are leading still, so they'll be disappointed with this third quarter overall, and they may still fall behind. The three-point attempt is no good. And here's Dorette. A bounce pass to Robin Amaze. He's just carried out of bounds there. Lalantzakis. The ball in his hands as he fell over the line. Remaining now in the third quarter. Beautifully poised this game. Linhart. Three-point attempt. Oh, it's good! That's huge for medi Bayreuth. 5-point lead. And Robin Amaze drains a three. His second three of the night. Barlow to respond. And that's no good. And that is the end of the third quarter, so a big boost for the hosts right at the end there with that three. They take a 5-point lead into the final 10. Really struggled to find their rhythm in that third quarter, but in the end they only had their lead cut by 4. Felt as though it was going to be a lot worse various times in that third quarter. It's a fascinating contest, this one. Certainly not over yet. The third quarter bringing the two sides a little closer together. It really took medi Bayreuth a while to get started. It was all like Athens in the early exchanges. Brooks starting to make a bit of an impact. 7 rebounds now as Brooks Need him to perform in the final quarter here. Such a positive start from Gabe York, but he's been a little quiet. He lost his discipline a bit as well for a while when things were going against the home team. That was him there. That was just after that little quiet spell, shall we say. Seemed to redeem himself, and he has got 22 points on the board. Still by far the top scorer. To play for in his fourth quarter. James, one of those who's made a big difference as well. So, which way will this one go? Final 10 minutes. medi Bayreuth. 5-point lead. Mays getting the ball out wide. Time almost up, and the follow from Linhart didn't go. That's the foul. Sakota's certainly been a handful. Important player for them, and here is a man who could make all the difference, Gabe York. As AEK Athens get 2 on the board early on. Larentzakis gets his first points of the evening. Here is York, and Durrett rather, who couldn't quite believe that his pass has gone astray. Not happy with his teammates there. Had a little look, and oh dear, oh dear. Javon McRae was on his way back. Turned his back on him. An unfortunate mix-up there, and I think he might have a problem actually, McRae, because he's gone straight off the court. And not gone to sit on the bench. It's a bizarre moment. Attempt misses from AEK Athens, a chance to tie things up. It's been a slowish start again to this fourth quarter from the Germans. York has lost it. The foul's been called though. Or is it just inbound ball here? Don't think it was a foul actually. Final touch came off an AEK player according to the officials. Foul is called here. It'll be 2 free throws. A little bit stop-start here. Zandopoulos isn't happy now. Durrett will go to the line. Zandopoulos still arguing with the officials. Free throws been missed by Durrett. Makes the second though. up a 4-point lead. Xanthopoulos. It's back again here. Sakota into the corner. Pass out to Xanthopoulos. James. Gonna get the shot away, and they did. But it wasn't a successful one. That was the foul that was called. A few moments ago, Direct went to the line. Three-point shot from Robin Amaze. How about that? Robin Amaze drains one. Takes him into double figures, 4 from 5 from the field. And more importantly, it's a 7-point lead for the host, 64-57. So, big three-pointer from Robin Amaze right before that timeout, making a big difference. Suddenly things looking a lot better for the Germans. 7-point lead. Sakota. Now Green, 3-point attempt, it's no good. An easy rebound for Seifert. Harris missing the chance to add to his personal tally. Here's Robin Amaze again, looking for a way through, couldn't quite get it to go. And the foul is called. Green switches it. Pass back out to Green. 3-point attempts is short. Bayreuth happy just to let that bounce harmlessly away. Robin Amaze. Inside to Seifert. Seifert has lost it. Great defensive effort in the second half so far from AEK Athens. One back here. This is York going all the way. And the follow is brilliant. Robin Amaze again. Just tapping it in. 9-point lead again. 3-point Sakota. Big one missed. And the rebound claimed by Seifert. Big one Big opportunity then for AEK Athens, not taken. The home side starting to pull away. Robin Amaze turns provider. Seifer with the finish. 11-point lead. And another timeout is called, with AEK Athens now trailing 68-57. Well, good little spell this for medi Bayreuth. 11-point lead. Oh, and Seifer with the rejection. Another turnover. Seifer with the denial here. His first block of the night. Now it's one back by AEK Athens. Need something to happen fairly soon here, you feel. Harris has it. And he'd be the inspiration. 18 points for him so far. Sakota as well has been a big contributor. Tries the hook shot, it's no good. Foul has been called though. That's a nice finish. A couple more on the board for Green. 7 points now. Single-digit lead for medi Bayreuth. 3-point attempt is good! And he's drawn the foul as well, Durrett. Another 4-point play possibility here. That could be huge. Big three from Durrett. And Green with the foul. It wasn't on the shooter, I beg your pardon, so that's why they didn't have the additional free throw. It's a foul on Seifer. Seifer rather drew the foul, I should say, so not a 4-point play. Apologies there. That is a 12-point lead, though. I'll be pretty happy with that. medi Bayreuth with less than 5 minutes to go. You can tell from the reaction of the crowd that it's not a popular decision here. Mavroidis. Seifer tussling. Seifer has been penalised here by the officials, the second foul of the game. Mavroidis intent with the crowd, making plenty of noise. And big cheers there as it was missed. The second free throw, and somehow they've come away with it here. And the pass out to Gabe York. And again, it's a three-point shooting, which is so impressive in the early stages of this game. Just seems to have deserted him somewhat. Would have been a killer blow. They could have a 15-point lead. Robin Amaze making way. It's his foul, which led to the free throws here. Xanthopoulos making the first one. And the second. Back to a single-digit lead, 9 points. It's what it was at half-time. There's less than 4 minutes to go now. Seifert has lost it. Now Xanthopoulos, what can he do? Sakota, back to Xanthopoulos. And Sakota again, comes inside and lays it up and in. Nicely done by Sakota. 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 13 points to his name now. Point lead. Still intact. Could go right down to the wire this one, but Green is out. It's his 5th foul. No more action for him this evening. Could that be decisive, I wonder? 7 points, a couple of rebounds, played 18 minutes. Mike Green, and there is another big blow. Seifert is the one who was fouled there, as the response comes instantly from Mike Athens. Another 3-pointer. And Sakota this time. Just not giving up on it just yet. 8-point game again. Linhart. Giving it away. And Xanthopoulos spinning clear, and out it comes. Sakota for 3. He's got it! Game on! Look at the reaction. 5-point game again. Timeout called. And suddenly the Greeks look like they might be in with a shout again. Sakota turning up at just the right time. 19 points, 8 rebounds. And it's 74-69. It looks like the referee is just checking something here. And that's a 3-pointer, I think. Pretty sure. That's maybe what he was checking. big disappointment for AEK Athens if they lose a point here. It is a tight game. Important they get this decision right. So I think this might actually be, and they're looking at Bakalski's three-pointer. Where his foot is. And he takes the shot. It's very close, it's right on the edge. It could actually be the hosts who lose a point here. No change, I believe. Stuck with the decision. So it is a 5-point game. 2 minutes 38. medi Bayreuth looking to hang on here for a 4th win of the Basketball Champions League season. Their first win in 4 Basketball Champions League games. Robinson. Linhart. Seifert. Just couldn't get it to go. Claimed again. Well, AEK Athens could have been back to within 3 points there. Here's Linhart. Trying to run the clock down as much as they can. Seifert has drawn the foul. Seifert gets it. Just to make it a 7-point lead. He's missed it. So 6-point game. Minute 38 to go. What have AEK Athens got in their locker here? Can they pull something out of the bag in this late stage? 3-point attempt, no good, and claimed by Robinson. Durrett. Xanthopoulos got the final touch there. Stop things again here. Robinson. This could finish it. He's missed. Harris lays it up and in. That's 2 more. So they're back to within 4. Less than a minute to go. Nervous finish here, they've given it away. Harris gets it. 2-point game. And the timeout called, unsurprisingly. Maybe a little bit of nervous tension creeping in here for the home side. But they've let what looked like a pretty comfortable lead with a minute to go slip away. 2-point game. Could be in for a thrilling finale here. 75-73, medi Bayreuth lead.
Okay, come off the 5 men, provoke the switch. Get him deep, all right? Get him deep, spread out. Okay, don't be afraid to pull the trigger. Don't be afraid to attack into the basket. That ball situation, score, we're going double fist. All right? Big possession, they cannot be super aggressive. You gotta come straight to the ball. You have to fight. On offense. If we have something clear, no problem. Otherwise, we have the attack. The only thing is to play one good defense.
Well, this was potentially a big moment. Costly error from Robinson. An easy steal from Harris. He's got 22 points on the board now. So what can medi Bayreuth do here? They fail to score, and it really does make things very interesting indeed. Robinson. Linhart, he's gone for it. He's got it! 3-pointer from Linhart. Wow, what a time to get your first points of the night. 5-point lead. Time running out. Missed attempt there. And that might just be it. 20 seconds to go. Robinson gets it away. Linhart. They can kill this game now. They can use up the final seconds. There is the foul from Harris. I think he knows the game is up. That was all about that 3-pointer from Nate Linhart. The American had to produce. James Robinson can make this a 7-point lead. And then it's just a case of going through the motions for the final 9 seconds. That's exactly what he's done. Three-point attempt, no good, and that will do it. Medi Bayreuth are back to winning ways. After 3 defeats in a row, they win their 4th game out of 7 in the Basketball Champions League. 80 points to 73, they've beaten AEK Athens. And it's the Greek side who have a 3-4 record going into the second half of the regular season. Disappointment for the visiting side, who did come pretty close to turning it around in the latter stages. They certainly made it a fascinating final 30 seconds or so by rapidly cutting that advantage. 7 points looks reasonably comfortable compared to what actually happened in those closing moments. And medi Bayreuth, a huge win. Big night for them. Back to winning ways at home, so it's 2 wins out of 3 for them at home. And 4 wins out of 7 overall in the Basketball Champions League. They'll be pretty pleased with that return. 4 of their remaining 7 group games, regular season games, will be played here. And they'll fancy their chances of picking up a few more wins. They want to finish in that top 4. It's a really tough group. Strasbourg, Venezia, Banvit, last year's runners-up. They were struggling a bit, really. This win means that medi Bayreuth have 4 wins and 3 defeats, along with Banvit and Movistar Estudiantes, who are making a big impression. They beat Venezia tonight. And above them, Strasbourg and Venezia with 5 wins. And then down in 6th place, medi Bayreuth 3-point attempts, 12 of them successful from the home side, 55% of their threes. That's a good return, and maybe made all the difference in the end because their 2-point shooting wasn't particularly good. Did win more rebounds. And a lot of steals from AEK Athens. I think many of those coming in the latter stages. The second half, not quite as impressive from the Germans, but they did do enough. More turnovers from them as well. Certainly didn't have it all their own way. York with 22 points, Harris matching him for AEK, 8 rebounds for Sakota, a game high for him. Xanthopoulos with 5 steals in this game. And it was a good fight in that second half in particular from AEK Athens, but they ultimately paid the price for being so far behind at the end of the first quarter, 14 points down. Got it back to 9 at the halfway stage, and then down to 5 by the end of the third quarter, but they just couldn't do enough in the end. So this is what the table looks like now. As you can see, there are 3 teams with a 4-3 record. AEK down in 6th with a 3-4 record. They're still in touching distance, really, of the top 4 places. It's not looking good for Olympia and Rosa Radom down at the bottom, particularly the Polish side, who have just won 1. But Strasbourg and Venezia leading the way, having won 5 games apiece in the first half of the Basketball Champions League regular season. So a good night in the end for the Germans. Medi Bayreuth winning 80 points to 73 and ending that run of 3 consecutive defeats in this competition. The last win in this competition came on the 25th of October. They won their 3rd game in a row away at Olympia. 90 points to 77, and then it was an away defeat to Banvit. They lost by 11 there. They lost in overtime here against Estudiantes. They proved to be a pretty impressive side. 90 points to 84. They win for Estudiantes in that day, and then Venezia beat them by 3, 70 to 67 a couple of weeks ago before the international break for the World Cup qualifiers. But back to winning ways. They go to Rosa Radom, the bottom side. Sorry, they host Rosa Radom, I should say, in the next game. And that will be played on December the 13th, a week today, next Wednesday. Can they keep up the winning feeling, the winning form, and get the job done? And for AEK Athens, second half of the campaign is going to be a tricky one. They will be away from home again next Tuesday. They go to Estudiantes, who'll be on a high after that big win over Venezia, 1-point victory. It was a dramatic end to that game as well. They've put themselves right in contention. But all over here then at the Oberfrankenhalle in Germany. Medi Bayreuth coming out on top with a win over AEK Athens in this game from Group C of the Basketball Champions League. Gabe York, 22 points for the hosts, 22 points from Harris for the visitors as well, and that wasn't enough. And Sakota for AEK with 8 rebounds and 19 points, but really he and Harris were the only ones who made valuable contributions. Robin Amaze was important as well for the home side, 13 points for him, as well as 3 rebounds. So him and York providing much of the point scoring, but everyone else contributed. They all chipped in with 5 to 7 points. And in the end, that was enough. A good team effort to give Medi Bayreuth the win. So 4-3 for them heading into the second half of the regular season. 3-4 for AEK Athens, who have been beaten here. Final score from Germany tonight then. It is Medi Bayreuth who win. They've beaten AEK Athens by 80 points to 73. And we'll see you next week for more action from the Basketball Champions League. Keep on watching. There is some great action, some terrific games to come in the following weeks.